All right, let's get into it. Today, we are breaking down the Bain 2025 Technology Report. And let me tell you, it lays out this incredible picture of a world being reshaped by AI, moving so fast that it's creating huge winners and leaving others, well, dangerously behind.
And the report doesn't waste any time. It kicks off with this warning, which is pretty much a punch to the gut. The message here is crystal clear. The time for dipping your toes in the water, for running little experiments, is over. The gap between the AI leaders and everyone else is getting wider by the day. And we're not just talking about cool tech here. No, this is about cold, hard cash. The companies leading the pack were already seeing 10 to 25% gains in EBITDA before the latest generative AI explosion. And now, they're just pouring fuel on that fire, which creates a massive sense of urgency for everybody else.
So, first things first. The report's main idea is that this isn't just another tech trend or a new wave. Nope. This is a full-blown tsunami, and it is fundamentally reshaping business, politics, you name it.
And, when a wave that big hits, it doesn't just get things wet. It completely redraws the map. We're seeing a whole new set of rules emerge, and with them, a whole new cast of players.
What's so fascinating is the contrast you see playing out. On one hand, you've got the established giants, the incumbents, dumping just insane amounts of capital into AI to basically disrupt themselves before someone else does. And on the other hand, you have these fast, agile challengers popping up and gaining ground at a speed that is just mind-boggling.
And get this, unlike the last big shift to the cloud, which was mostly about software, this AI battle is happening on every single level at the same time. We're talking from the actual silicon being built in AI factories to the giant AI models themselves, all the way up to the apps, the devices, and even the web browsers we use every day. It's a full-stack war.
Now, as if all that competition wasn't complicated enough, there's another huge layer to this. Technology has become a massive piece of the global power puzzle. It sits right on the fault line between nations, and it's starting to crack the global tech landscape in two.
And just look at this. It's a perfect snapshot of that decoupling we're talking about. You can see China moving incredibly fast to build its own versions of everything, right across the stack, from powerful homegrown chips like Huawei's Ascend to their own foundation models like DeepSeek. This is what it looks like when a country decides it's going to build its own tech future from the ground up.
So all of this drive for tech independence, for self-reliance, it's leading governments everywhere to chase a new, really important goal. It's becoming a top national priority all around the world.
And that goal is something called sovereign AI. So what is it? Well, think of it like this. It's about building your own AI systems on your own computers with your own data and making sure it all aligns with your country's unique rules and values. It's all about security, control, and strategic advantage in this new era.
Okay, so where is the action happening? Where are the front lines of this new world? The report zeroes in on three really crucial battlegrounds: the future of software, the desperate race for computing power, and, of course, robots. First up, the massive software-as-a-service industry is facing a day of reckoning. This new agentic AI could just make existing software better, sure, but it could also completely outshine it, or even cannibalize it entirely. For some, it's going to be like rocket fuel. For others, well, it could be a complete wipeout.
Second battleground, the race for power. You see, for decades, we had this amazing, reliable engine called Moore's Law. It meant our computer chips got twice as good every couple of years, like clockwork. It's what powered all the innovation we've seen.
But AI just throws a giant wrench in the works. The demand for computing power from AI is growing at this absolutely insane rate, more than doubling what Moore's Law can provide. This is creating a huge energy and infrastructure gap that's going to take hundreds of billions of dollars to fill.
And finally, let's get real about humanoid robots for a second. The report cuts through the sci-fi hype and gives us a pretty clear roadmap. Today, yeah, they're in super controlled environments like factories. But in the next 5 years, look for them in places like warehouses or maybe even hospitals. The really messy, unpredictable real world, that's probably still a decade or more out.
Okay, so that's the landscape. It's a tsunami, there are new rules, new battlegrounds, it's a lot. The big question is, what do you do about it? How do you actually ride this wave instead of getting crushed by it? How do you go from just trying things to actually seeing a real payoff? And this is where the report gets super practical. The leaders, they're not just winging it. They're following a playbook, and it has 5 key moves. It's about thinking big, making the business leaders, not just the IT department, responsible, totally rethinking how work gets done, being smart about the data you use, and just getting started without waiting for some perfect grand solution.
Which leads us with this final thought from the report, and it's a really powerful one. The disruption? That's not up for debate. It's happening, whether we like it or not. The only thing you really get to choose is whether your business becomes obsolete in the process. Wow, definitely something to think about.